high-speed chase, crashed into an SUV with a mother and 3 young children inside, then ran off into the darkness.
Although Twyman got away on foot, he left behind drugs, guns, and his cell phone with the switch attached out of the window of his car. That would spark outrage in the Milwaukee community.
And he had a video of him catching a body with a switch on one of the phones. They kicked in his mama's apartment. They found a Glock 19X, 473 grams in one bag. 465 grams in one.
Upon their arrival, officers will find 24-year-old Tavon Luckett lying on his back right outside the front doors of the gas station. Blood coming out of the mouth of Tavon, and could visibly see a bullet wound in his neck. The officers would attempt to save Tavon's life, but were unsuccessful, and about 20 minutes later, Tavon will be pronounced dead.
The most wanted drug dealer murderer in Milwaukee history.
One of Wisconsin's most wanted criminals keeps getting caught, then released.
The man who paid more than $100,000 to bail out a 3-time most wanted fugitive now says he regrets doing so.
Welcome back to another episode of True Street TV, where we cover everything street related. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Let's get right into it. Today's story brings us to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And yes, before you ask, it does go down in Milwaukee.
It do go
Sadly,
down.
Milwaukee is ranked 13th in the country in homicide rate. But if you're familiar with Milwaukee street culture, this doesn't surprise you.
Cheap ass nigga. Fucked up ass nigga.
I don't know what they saying. That sound like a whole nother language.
Brings us here today goes by the name of Kenneth Twyman.
Oh, that nigga look like Bart Simpson. Do your homework. What the fuck?
26-year-old Milwaukee native went viral in 2022 after Fox News did a report on him catching multiple cases and being able to make the high cash bail every time.
Oh yeah,
now,
he getting
other
money
hoods
right.
across the country, it's probably not that common that street guys would be able to post such large cash bails, but Milwaukee's a little bit different.
Milwaukee, okay.
Twyman would fully embrace the Milwaukee
I didn't know
street
they was
culture
getting money
and
like
began
that in
hustling
Milwaukee.
at an early age. He would end up being very popular and respected in the streets with the reputation of getting money. As we know, this usually doesn't end well, and Twyman's downfall would begin in 2018 when he took police on a high-speed chase.
Oh, he got the little iPhone 4 gun.
Police say Twyman led them on a high-speed chase, crashed into an SUV with a mother and 3 young children inside, then ran off into the darkness.
Although Twyman got away on foot, he left behind drugs, guns, and his cell phone.
Oh my God. He got away on foot, but he left that car. He left 250 grams of, a cocaine was 4 grams. The Hebron, it was a gram in there. 3 digital scales, a Glock 22, a 40 caliber firearm, a box of 9mm, and 7 flip-style cell phones. Oh my God. It's them phones. Them phones got evidence on it. But if he got 250 grams of loud on him, 4 grams of cocaine, and a gram of Hebron, and 3 digital scales, probably for each drug, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to do all that mixing. Do your homework. But I ain't gonna lie, he was running the operation, because if that's just what he had on him in the car.
Phones in the car.
I don't know what was at the spot.
Police discovered a video of Twyman shooting a Glock with the switch attached out of the window of his car. That would spark outrage in the Milwaukee community.
And he had a video of him catching a body with a switch on one of the phones? Get your stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
What level of slow do you gotta be? Oh, I'm like y'all, and I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns, and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did?
10 years old, Kenneth would make his first appearance on Wisconsin's Most Wanted.
Crazy shit.
U.S. Marshals are asking for your help locating this 19-year-old Milwaukee man.
Twyman knew he had to lay low after this incident and will spend some time in Arkansas before being tracked down by U.S. Marshals and brought back to Wisconsin to face his charges.
Okay, so he ran
this is
to Arkansas.
March of 2019. Twyman would see a Wisconsin courtroom and be charged with 5 felonies stemming from the high-speed chase in the previous year. The judge would place a $3,000 cash bail on Twyman, which the prosecutor felt was way too low. The state will put in a request for a bond increase, which would be denied in court, giving Twyman the opportunity to post bail and be back in the streets a few months later in June of 2019, where he will continue fighting the case and stand out of trouble. Up until July of 2021, he was charged with possession of THC and bail jumping out of Waukesha. He was then released again on a signature bond.
Look, on a signature bond. That's
now, I know you're probably thinking what I'm thinking. Twyman is facing serious felonies and is out on multiple bonds. He's gonna lay low and stay out of the streets, right? Well, not exactly, because not only are the drug users considered addicts as they'll go through great lengths just to get a high, a drug dealer is just as addicted to the fast money and the lifestyle that comes with it.
Rollie, race, pace, G's on me, nigga. Through face.
They said him attempting to rap, right? Cause this ain't it. Do your homework now. Do your homework. Stay in the streets, bro. This is why you're not even supposed to be on camera in the first place. You got all this illegal money with guns, drugs, and slugs, switches, and glickers. You feel me? You got all this on camera. No. This is why y'all dumb man get caught and go to jail. Then y'all be looking like, free me. Free me. Y'all gotta help me get out. No, we don't.
50s too. Pink heads. Pink eye. Pop it. Pink tans.
Oh, this is terrible.
Slap the jacket. Paid $2,200 for this damn jacket. 15 G's when a nigga jacket. Big V8 motor when a nigga stabbing. But I'm shooting to my package.
What's going on, bro?
Baseline, but like I passed it.
This is terrible, dog. I ain't heard nothing better. We got this is tearing my ear.
Twyman will be released on a signature bond July 27th of 2021 and will go right back to selling drugs, fully endorsed in the fast lifestyle. He would once again skip court, leading to an arrest warrant and the U.S. Marshals kicking him.
He went right back to selling drugs.
Inside, they would find a stolen Glock.
Oh my God. They kicked in his mama's apartment. They found a Glock 19X, 17-round magazine, 473 grams in one bag, 465 grams in one, $5,000 in one of his pants. Like, he tripping.
Around $4,000, a large amount of weed, and he would shortly after be released on another cash bond, this time $7,500.
I am going to follow the state's recommendation to set the $7,500 cash.
That's a pretty substantial amount of bail, right? $7,500?
Yeah.
4 days later,
I don't want to be on that camera.
This man, who identified himself as a family member of Twyman's, paid $7,500.
Twyman would have a family member bond him out for these new charges and would be released January 12th of 2022, setting Twyman at a total of $12,500 posted him.
Tell me this man don't look like Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons, gang. Do your homework on Sideshow Bob.
A total of $12,500 posted in bond money. To most people, this would be a deterrent to commit more crimes, but Kenny was already knee-deep in the streets and had no plan.
That nigga in jail with a Nike Tech on and a watch.
This brings us to a Thursday, April 14, 2022. Around 11:30 p.m., Milwaukee police were dispatched to a local Quick Mart with reports of a shooting. Upon their arrival, officers will find 24-year-old Tavon Luckett lying on his back right outside the front doors of the gas station. Officers would observe blood coming out of the mouth of Tavon and could visibly see a bullet wound in his neck. The officers would attempt to save Tavon's life but were unsuccessful, and about 20 minutes later, Tavon will be pronounced dead. Detectives would locate a witness identified as TJ, who was actually in the car with Tavon, and would tell detectives exactly what happened. TJ would get picked up by Tavon to hang out, and Tavon decided to stop at the store to get some pizza rolls. TJ would state Tavon came back to the car, put his pizza rolls on the seat, and could hear him say Kenny as he walked back to the store's entrance. TJ said Kenny and Tavon would walk towards each other outside the entrance of the store and shake hands. TJ then would state he looked down at his phone and moments later heard multiple gunshots ring out. He would duck down and look out of the car's window, seeing Tavon lying on the ground and Kenny standing a few feet away from him with the gun in his hand. He would also state he seen Twyman jump into a gray Infiniti, which would speed off into the night. He would call 911 to report his friend being shot, and the next day would pick Twyman out of a photo lineup, identifying him as the shooter.
And he snitched. Do your homework, chat. FBI, open up! And he snitched on his monkey ass.
Knowing he just made a huge mistake with going around and hiring the best legal counsel he could find in Wisconsin. A lawyer named Mark Richards, who gained massive popularity after representing Kyle Rittenhouse after he was charged with murder for the event known as the Kenosha unrest shooting. Following the highly criticized police shooting of Jacob Blake, Kyle would be acquitted on all the charges, leading him to walk free and leading Mark Richards to be one of, if not the most famous defense lawyers in Southeast Wisconsin.
Crazy. Mark Richards talking right now, Kyle Rittenhouse's attorney. Let's listen in.
And
that's crazy.
To say that we were relieved would be a gross misunderstatement.
Though it's not disclosed, we can assume Twyman will have to pay a massive fee for this attorney, given he has pending murder charges along with all the other cases he's still fighting. Richards would show up to court for Twyman, although Twyman was a no-show and was once again on the run. An arrest warrant would be issued, and within 10 weeks, Twyman was found by the U.S. Marshals hiding out in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, and that would be Twyman's last day as a free man for a very long time. The judge would give Twyman a $100,000 cash bond for the murder and another $12,500 bond for the previous cases he bail jumped on. A few months later, a man by the name of Richard Stulo, a local drug dealer who owns a construction company, would pay
came and paid $112,000.
And $12,500 for Twyman to be released. But not before Twyman was sent back to Waukesha to face pen and drug charges.
This is somewhat odd. I have somebody who qualifies for public defender representation, but is literally sitting on $125,000 worth of cash.
He would be called on the jail phone planning his escape to California, and the judge would give him a $200,000 cash bond for a low amount of drugs, but he would only be sentenced to 180 days in jail for this, and would have a release date of November 22nd, 2022. With Twyman set to be released into the community once again, there would be outrage, and there would be news reporters at Richard Stulo's door showing his face on the news, which would cause Stulo to ask for his bail money back, which would be granted, leaving Twyman in custody until his trial. Kenny would team up with Mark Richards and plans to use the same self-defense.
He asked for that bail money back. He said he tweaking.
That got Kyle Rittenhouse acquitted. Kenny would testify in court that he owed Tavon some money, and when he tried to shake his hand at the gas station, Tavon drew his hand back and threatened him with a gun, leading Twyman to shoot him 3 times and flee the scene.
And when he said this is how people die, did you take that as something serious?
Yes.
What did you do?
He looks so
got in
slow.
my eye, I wiped my eye, took a couple steps back, and I fired my weapon.
How many times did you fire your weapon?
3.
Did you do it fast or slow?
Yeah, I did it fast.
When you fired the weapon 3 times, who were you aiming at?
Tavon.
Unlike the Kyle Rittenhouse case, the jury will not buy Twyman's story, finding him guilty of murder. A judge will sentence him to 35 years in prison, meaning he might be in his 60s by the time he's released. A very sad story. We're sending our condolences out to Tavon and his family. We'll see you in
that crash. It's out. If he got off with that, I was finna call this nigga right here the Joker or something. Do your homework. This nigga like it. He like I don't know, folks. Folks like to bring James St. Patrick out here. If he doing all that, do your homework. Do your homework on James St. Patrick.